Hi, Don Lavisa, President Durham College. Welcome into our campus at Durham College. Today we're doing a virtual tour, and typically at an open house I'd sit here and have the opportunity to talk to students who are thinking about coming to Durham College, answering questions and that for their parents and grandparents and for those potential students. But today we don't have that opportunity because we're on a virtual tour. But if you want to ask a question, please join me on Instagram later today. Check the website. Thank you very much.
All right, well, welcome to Durham College. My name is Jordan. I am a graduate of the paralegal program located here at our Oshawa campus, and I want to welcome you and your family to viewing this tour. One thing I just want to point out before we get started is that information may change in the coming weeks and months. After you view this tour, we're filming this in April of 2020. So I just want to remind you to keep up to date with all of our information. The best place to look for information is durhamcollege.ca, and that's where you can find all the up-to-date information on our various different services, programs, and admissions questions. So any of those different areas, you can also find our contact information on the website as well if you had any specific questions that aren't answered during this tour. Beyond that, I want to welcome you guys here, and hopefully you'll learn a couple things. Alrighty, so located behind me here, this is the Durham College bus loop. So approximately 300 buses come through the loop every single day from across the Durham region. So included in your student fees is a Durham Region Transit Pass that allow you to ride anywhere from the Durham region for free. So all you do, you just hop on the bus, flash your student card, and you get a chance to ride the bus for free. So whether you live in Whitby, Ajax, Pickering, or in Oshawa, or whether you're looking to get off campus, maybe you're living in residence, you want to go to the mall, you want to go get groceries, you want to go to the movies, whatever it may be, there's an option for you to hop on the bus and get where you need to go. We also have Go Bus service, just located over there back into my left. And we do have many different Go buses that go throughout the Durham region as well, but they primarily connect at the downtown Oshawa terminal, and there are many connections from there as well. So whether you're looking to get on campus or off, you can use transit, you can use parking, whatever you prefer, but it's always good to have these options in mind. So this is the pit here. So this is the primary social hub of the college. Many people come here before their classes, after their classes, on their breaks to socialize with their friends. It's also the central hub of the school, so if you're ever lost, find your way back here. There are signs that'll help you find your way to our many different classes and services. There are a couple different services that are connected to the pit right here, so we'll touch on a few of them here. One is located just behind me here. This is the Chronicle. So the Chronicle is the newsroom for Durham College, and it is the primary lab space for our journalism program. So if you're interested in writing about the events of the world, or writing about current events going on within the Durham region, the journalism program is a great opportunity for you to hone your skills. Also located over to my left, over here, we have our Center for Professional and Part-Time Learning, previously known as our Continuing Education Office. So the PPL office is the place where you would go if you're interested in taking courses on a part-time basis or through online learning. So if you want to learn how to ride a motorcycle, for example, take a baking class, learn a language, whatever it may be, those are all offered through our PPL office. Located a little bit down the way, we do have our parking office as well. So parking is available for students. You would have to purchase a parking pass, and we have several different lots available on campus to park at. So if you are planning on commuting to campus via car, make sure that you have access to a parking pass. Also located just a little bit over here, we do have our security desk. So security is on campus 24/7, 365. You'll see the guards walking around, driving around campus, making sure everything's all safe and secure. We also have our Campus Walk program. So Campus Walk is run by student volunteers who set up a table right around here after about 6 p.m. every night. So if you do feel unsafe on campus for whatever reason, these volunteers will walk to your car, residence, bus stop, class, wherever, just to help you feel more safe and secure. And then tucked around the corner here to my right, we do have the Marketplace cafeteria. So we do have many different food options available on campus. So whether you're looking for your morning coffee or you're looking to get a bite for lunch, there are tons of options available for you. Just as a quick note, if you were interested in getting the meal plan as attached to residence or just getting one on your own, this is not the primary place that you would have your meals. Your meals would be held at the Fresh Food Company Dining Hall, which is attached to our South Village residence. They'll show you a little later on. Alrighty, so welcome to the bookstore. So this is obviously the place that you would go to purchase any of your textbooks. One great thing here is that they price match with Amazon Indigo chapters. So if you are able to find a cheaper price online, you can bring that price in here and they'll be able to price match it for you. So save a couple bucks there. This is also a place where you can get all the Durham College attire you could ever want. So t-shirts, sweaters, sweatpants, stationery like pens, pencils, books, binders, you name it, it's all offered in here. We also have many different materials for our students' uniforms. So as you can see right here to my left, you can see a nice little rack for different scrubs if you're going into like the nursing program, for example. And then around the corner, we also have different lab coats for our students in pharmaceutical and food technology, as well as many different chemistry students as well. So this is a great place to come if you're looking to get outfitted in some Durham College swag and rep the school. In this area here, this is our computer commons. So the computer commons is basically Durham's open computer lab. There are about 170 different computers here available for students, both PC and Mac. So depending on your preference or what may be required for your classes, there'll be a computer down here for you. It's first come, first served. There's no time limits. There's no booking computers. You just come in, take a seat, get to work. Their only rules is no gaming and no food and drink. Any of the software that you would need for any of your different programs will be loaded onto these computers for you. So if you needed Photoshop, for example, or AutoCAD for your assignments, they'll be loaded onto these computers here for you. So you don't actually have to purchase the software and put it on your own laptop. You can always come here to get your assignments done. One other thing I'll also mention, we do have printers available here as well. So every student gets $23 worth of print credits at the start of every year. And so that comes into just over 1,000 black and white pages of printing. So save the ink at home, print off here, and make sure that all your assignments, PowerPoints, whatever you may need, are printed off and ready for you for your classes. Welcome to Riot Radio. So this is Durham College's video radio station. So the way it works is that all of the different radio shows that we'll have going on here, all different podcasts, are actually recorded using our different cameras. And then they're both streamed and recorded to be posted online. So many of our different students who are in the broadcasting and journalism program will use this space for many other different assignments. And then it's also available to students if they're interested in starting up their own radio shows. So whatever you may want to talk about, if you want to talk about news, you want to talk about sports, books, movies, whatever you want to talk about, this is a space for you to let out your creative side and have a great opportunity to meet some wonderful people. Alrighty, so located in here, this is our Mixed Reality Capture Studio, or MRC for short. So this is one of our brand new research initiatives on campus, and is also used for student learning as well. So students are able to come in here and use this virtual reality space. So they have all these different green screens. You can see the cameras around me here. So they can simulate this entire environment in 3D. So they're able to simulate different activities, whether you're in like an animation program or a biomedical technology program. They're able to simulate various different materials in here using the VR setup. So if you're interested in working in a very innovative and largely growing industry, Mixed Reality Capture will be definitely a place you want to come to learn more about this new industry. So this is our Access and Support Center, or ASC for short. So this is the place that you would go if you require any special accommodations during your time here at Durham College. So whether you need extra time on a test, a note taker in class, use of a laptop in class, whatever it may be, what you would do is you would come and meet with one of our accessibility counselors, and you bring any supporting documentation that you have. Be it in high school IEP, educational assessment, doctor's note, whatever it may be, and they will help get you the accommodations that you need or connect you to the appropriate resources to help you out. So located behind me here, we have the school office for business, IT, and management. So programs located within here, kind of within the name. So business, information technology, as well as our management programs are all located within this primary area. So a couple of different functions of a school office that you should know about. So located in here, you have your student advisor. So your student advisor, think of them like a high school guidance counselor. They're there for you if you had questions about adding or dropping any of your courses, looking at transfer opportunities after you're done, or just assisting you throughout your academic journey. Also in here, you would find your placement coordinator. So your placement coordinator's main job is to help you find your placement opportunity and assist you during your time here. So if you're interested about how placement works, once you start your program, you will have access to your placement coordinator. Placement generally takes place in the latter half of your program, generally second year, third year, that sort of thing. So you'll connect with them and you'll learn more about the placement opportunities available to you. All right, so this nifty little space here, this is our AI Hub. So the AI Hub is another one of our research initiatives on campus, and also it is a learning space for our students in our artificial intelligence program. So this is a great opportunity for students to work within a very emerging field in artificial intelligence, Our artificial intelligence program is a graduate certificate program. So it's a one-year program with an optional work term that can be completed after you've already done a diploma or degree option. So if you've been in science, engineering, technology, for example, and you want to kind of go into sort of the realm of artificial intelligence, this would be a great opportunity. You'd be able to work on robots like these that serve many different purposes. Many of our different robots work in the area of manufacturing as well as healthcare settings as well. So if this interests you, I'd highly recommend giving this program a shot. Alrighty, so located behind me here, we have the school office for the School of Health and Community Services. So once again, in the name, these are for many of our different healthcare programs as well as our community services programs. So if you're interested in practical nursing, dental hygiene, programs like that, more in the healthcare field, this would be your home base, and in many of our different labs, like our dental clinic, which is located a little bit just down the hallway. So if you were interested in dental hygiene, dental assisting, one of your main labs would be that dental clinic just down the hallway here. But also if you're interested in working within our community, things like early childhood education, social service worker programs like that, you'd have the opportunity to stay within this field as well. Another great opportunity we do have is we're launching our second degree program this September. So that degree is in behavioral science. So if you're interested in psychology or working with those with disabilities, it would be a great opportunity for you to get a practical degree learning environment here on the college campus. Alrighty, so located here to my right, we have the school office for the School of Justice and Emergency Services, or JES. So JES is for programs that would allow you to be out in the field being problem solvers and emergency responders within our community. So we have a variety of different programs located within here, everything from paramedic, firefighting, police foundations to more law-based programs like paralegal, law clerk, advanced court support services. Programs that would allow you to gain the practical knowledge to be out in the field and being contributing members to our community, especially in our time of need. So where we are right now, this is the moot court. So the moot court is home to many of our different law-based programs. So for example, paralegal and court support services will use this space to simulate courtroom proceedings. So as you can see here, we can kind of delegate the classroom to be more like a courtroom setting. So for example, our court support services students, they're able to come here and practice all the different techniques that would be used in a real courtroom. And very similarly for our paralegal students, if they're looking to do some advocacy activities, maybe they want to simulate a mock trial, they'd be able to set up this room in here to be more like a courtroom style. Another interesting thing about our Justice and Emergency Services programs is that they have lots of opportunities for experiential learning. So one program I want to touch on here is Operation Lord Ridgeback. So Operation Lord Ridgeback is a piece of experiential learning that is interdisciplinary throughout many of our different programs. So we had our paramedic students, firefighting, police foundations, paralegal, nursing students, journalism, kind of touching on many of the different areas that we have here at the college, where they were able to simulate a disaster exercise on campus here. So it allowed students from all these different programs to participate in this simulation exercise to give them sort of a real world look at what it would be like to be in the field during a time of crisis. So there are many different opportunities within our different schools for experiential learning, and I just want to touch on the one for Justice and Emergency Services. So located behind me, this is the school office for the School of Interdisciplinary Studies, or School of IS for short. So School of IS, this is a primary place for any students who are looking for a program to kind of help them get into a different program. So this is where you find many of our general arts and science programs, as well as our pre-health programs. So if, for example, you want to go into a more competitive program or a university program, for example, and your marks aren't up to snuff currently, what you have the ability to do is to come and take one of our one-year general arts and science or pre-health programs and help boost up your grades and advance your standing so that when you go to apply for one of those highly competitive programs or a university program, for example, you'd have that chance to boost up your grades and have that taste of the college experience as well. Alrighty, so located in the office here to my left, this is the School of Media Art and Design, or MAD for short. So this is for all of our different artistic programs. So whether you're interested in more fine arts programs, like photography, animation, fine arts advanced, for example, all kind of hands-on, more applied arts, or maybe you're looking for more of the business side, so you're looking at things like public relations or maybe even journalism. All these different areas would fall under the School of Media Art and Design. Alrighty, so this is our H-Wing. This is home to many of our different programs in the School of Science, Engineering, and Technology, or SET for short. So pretty much if any of the programs have science, engineering, or technology in the name, they'll probably be located here within this H-Wing. So located a little bit behind you here, we have our Integrated Manufacturing Center, or IMC for short. So this is home to many of our different robots and machine technologies. So if you were interested in mechanical engineering or electromechanical engineering, the IMC located behind you there is where you'd find all your different lab space and equipment that you would need to learn all the tips of the trade. Kind of located a little bit around the corner, we have our Biomedical Technology Lab area. So that Biomed Lab is used for two primary programs. One is obviously our Biomedical Engineering program, and also our first degree program of Healthcare Technology Management, or HCTM for short. So what's interesting about HCTM is that it combines three different avenues of the industry. So what you would do is that you learn about healthcare, so you'd obviously learn about anatomy, physiology, chemistry, bio, that sort of thing. You would also learn about the actual technology that you'd be working on. So you'd be working on dialysis machines, ventilators, all those different biomedical technologies, and you would learn how to sort of build them, diagnose them, so that you know the ins and the outs of the machines that you'd be working on. And then finally, you will learn about management. So the idea is that the graduates from this program will go on to work in hospital settings as managers so that they would know how to manage their staff as well as knowing how to manage the equipment and budgets that they are provided. All right, so this is the Campus Recreation and Wellness Center, or CRWC. This is more or less the athletic hub of the college. So located in here, this is our triple wide gym that we share with Ontario Tech. So the gym is used for a variety of different purposes. Everything from guest speakers, concerts, post-secondary fairs, job fairs, exams are held in here, for example. When that's not going on, the gym is open for students to use if they want to come in here and play basketball, volleyball, ping pong, badminton. So what you can do, you can just go to our welcome desk, you sign in with your student card and get access to the gym and the equipment for free. So if you want to borrow a basketball, you can just go to the desk and say, hey, can I borrow a basketball? And they'll lend one out to you. Also located upstairs, we have a 300-meter running track above the gym. So if you want to go for a warm-up, cool-down jog, you do have that option available to you, especially during the wintertime. You may not want to go for your run outside, so always a great idea to have this running track inside. Located here, this is our Flex Center. So this is more or less the workout area of the college. So you have everything from weightlifting equipment, muscle-specific groups, cardio equipment, strength and flexibility, you name it, they have it all in here available to you. We also have group fitness classes available as well. They do come at additional cost. So if you wanted to take a yoga class, for example, spin class, Pilates, whatever it may be, look at our group fitness schedule and find a time or class that fits best in your schedule and your preferences as well. So located behind me here, this is the Campus Health Center. So this is a place you can go to if you are suffering from any sort of ailments, maybe you got a couple sniffles, whatever it may be. It's more or less a walk-in clinic with doctors and nurses on site to help you with any sort of ailments you may have. They also offer mental health supports, vaccines, immunizations, athletic therapy such as naturopathy, chiropractic care, physiotherapy, and massage therapy as well. So what you do, you just come in here, you book an appointment, and you get access to either a doctor or nurse depending on what your situation is, and then get you the help that you need. Also located over here to my right, we have the campus pharmacy. So the pharmacy is obviously where you can go to pick up any prescriptions, or if you just need something for the day to get you through, maybe you got a headache, maybe you got an upset stomach, whatever it may be, you can pick something up and go about your day without any worries. All right, so welcome to the link here. So the link is the link between Durham College and Ontario Tech University. So as you've seen throughout the tour, we share many different services with Ontario Tech. We also share the campus with them. One other great thing that we do share are what are known as diploma to degree transfer opportunities. So what many students choose to do throughout their time here at Durham College is they will do their 2 or 3 year diploma, and then they will transfer over to Ontario Tech or other colleges and universities across Ontario to complete a degree. So what I recommend to students, if you are interested in continuing your education after you're done here at Durham College, is to look at the Durham College website, so durhamcollege.ca, look up your program of interest, and then look for the little tab there that says transfer. Click on that transfer tab and it will tell you all the different colleges and universities across Ontario, Canada, the world that you would have advanced standing in. So our direct entry programs to Ontario Tech would allow you to complete a diploma to degree transfer opportunity within 4 years for many of our different programs. So if you are looking to get both the practical experience of a diploma here at the college and that theoretical knowledge from the university, you have that option available to you. So this is our campus library. So the library is shared with Ontario Tech as well as the gym. So the library is 4 floors, with each floor getting progressively more quiet as you go up. So first floor here, it's considered a green zone, which means that you're allowed to chat with your friends, generally in a lower volume, but it's not dead silence, unlike when you go up to the 4th floor where it's considered a red zone. So when you see those red zone signs throughout the library, that means where it's dead silence, no talking whatsoever. So if you kind of need to work in a group environment, we do have group study rooms available here in the library as well as on campus. So if you are looking to get into a group study session or maybe work within a group, try to find those green zones or one of those study room available to you. If you just kind of need to put your head down and get some homework done, I'd highly recommend going to one of those red zones where you can kind of sit down, focus, and have no one bother you. We also have a plethora of resources available to students as well. Approximately 70% of all of our resources are available online for students, so that if you need to access them from home, maybe you want to access them from your dorm, whatever it may be, you can access the materials via the library's website. Located here, we are in the fireplace reading room. So this is a nice place, kind of cozy to come, especially in the winter months when it's nice and snowing outside. You can kind of have a seat here, grab a nice book, whatever it may be, and just kind of chill out here. So this is our residence building. So this is located, bedroom here in our South Village residence, is one of our 2 residence buildings on our campus. So we have our South Village here, and then we also have our Simcoe Village as well. So in the South Village, all the rooms are the same style. They are the 2-bedroom private suites. So you'd have your own individual private bedroom, and then you have a shared common space out here with your roommate. So the way the roommate selection process works is that you're able to create yourself a little profile. So you'll say, I'm so-and-so, I'm going into this program, and I like books, movies, sports, whatever it may be. And then you're able to view all the other potential roommate options that you have available to you. And then you're able to message them. You can say, hey, you seem like a neat little roommate. And you're able to match with them as long as you both agree. And then boom, you guys are roommates. If you don't want to do that, you can have residents select for you and have that option available to you as well. So in the room itself, you would get the desk, you would get the drawers, you get the 2 lamps here, the chair and the bed. You'd be responsible for bringing your own bedding. You can purchase it from residents, but most students just choose to bring it from home. All your utilities are included as well. So that includes internet. So the internet is the same Wi-Fi that you would use throughout the school. So whether you're in the main building here, or if you go over to the main building, library, gym, wherever you may be, it's all the same Wi-Fi network. Electricity, as well as water are available to you as well. Out in the main common room area here, you would get your mini fridge, as well as a microwave provided to you as well, plus 2 chairs, a little table, and the television as well. If you are interested in our other room styles, because we do have a few different options, what I recommend doing is going on the Durham College Residences website, and there they also have their own virtual tours of the rooms and other common space available to you as well, so you can get a real in-depth look about what everything is to offer in those different room styles. Alright, so this is the 1st floor common room that we have available in the South Village residence. So this is our primary place where many different residence events are held. So they'll do movie nights here, they'll do game nights. Generally about once a month they'll bring therapy dogs in and just kind of let them roam loose and have kids, give them all the attention that they could ever want. So it's a great opportunity for you to kind of meet some people and also be engaged while you're living on residence. We also have a small common kitchen located in the back there. So in this building you are required to be on the meal plan. So obviously if you're on the meal plan, you're not going to be doing a lot of cooking, but if you did want to make something small, you can always go back there and use the common kitchen that's available there as well. We also have barbecues, so the barbecues are hooked up to natural gas, so you're always able to just go out there, make burgers, hot dogs, whatever you want. It's a little chilly out there today, so maybe not the best choice, but it is available to you if needed. And then obviously we have our ping pong table here. Located up on the 3rd floor, we also have a pool table as well. And then other study rooms are available across the residence as well. So tons of different opportunities to, 1, get involved in residence, and then also to make the best use of your time with your friends here. All right, so here this is the Student Center. So the Student Center is home to more student services for students, obviously. So there are going to be a couple of them I'm going to touch on here. One is just over to my left. We have the Durham College Students Inc. office, or DCSI for short. So DCSI is more or less your student government. So they are the ones who organize events on campus, they assist with orientation, and they also administer the student health plan. So your student health insurance plan is included within your student fees, and it would cover you for a variety of different services, both located on the campus here and with our community partners as well. You can opt out of the fees currently, so long as you show pre-existing coverage. So if your parents have health insurance that applies to you, or if, for example, you have some insurance that goes through your work, you're able to opt out of the health insurance fees and save a couple bucks there. Another service I'll mention just located around the corner, we have our Wellbeing Center. So the Wellbeing Center is a new initiative on campus. It just opened up in September of 2019. And so it's meant to be the one-stop shop for any student's mental health or well-being concerns. So obviously the life of a student can be pretty stressful. You got exams, you got family, you got finances to worry about that can all weigh heavily on you. So the Wellbeing Center is meant to be the place where students can go if they had any sort of stressors going on and then they wanted to kind of chat with someone just to kind of de-stress. If you needed more long-term sort of intensive care, they're also able to refer you to some of our community partners or the campus health center as well to get you the help that you need. Alrighty folks, I want to welcome you to probably one of the most interesting parts of our campus and maybe also the coolest one we have. This is our esports gaming arena. So it is a one-of-a-kind place in Ontario here where students have access to an esports arena on campus. So in here they have about 48 gaming PCs that are available for students to play on. They also have 3 Xbox Ones, 3 PlayStation 4s, and a Nintendo Switch for students, staff, and alumni to use. So this isn't just a place for kids to come play games. This is also integrated into the curriculum as well. Many of our different students in various different programs will host tournaments here, and then they'd be responsible for like the marketing, the prize money, the budget, everything that would go into it. So it is an opportunity for students to use the space for an academic purpose. This is also home to our varsity esports gaming team. Yes, that is correct. We do have a varsity esports gaming team. So if you want to prove your skills here, you can join either our intramural team or our varsity team to compete for scholarship money. So this space is awesome and available to you. So I welcome you guys to come here when you come in September. Alrighty, so this is our Student Services Building, or SSB for short. So this is more or less the administrative hub of the college. Many different administrative functions happen here. So an example, right behind me here, we have our enrollment services desk. So these are the people that you would come to make your payments. So whether it's your deposit, your tuition payment, fees, whatever it may be. Or if you need questions with the application or admissions processes, we have our recruitment and admissions team located here as well. And we'd be happy to chat with you at any time. Also located a little bit down the way, we do have our financial aid office. So financial aid is there if you had any questions or concerns about paying for school. So whether it's OSAP, scholarships, awards, bursaries, on-campus jobs, whatever it may be, financial aid is the place to go. On-campus jobs are worked through our work-study program. And so the way it works is that you're able to work in a variety of different fields. So for example, you could work with our enrollment services team here. You could work at the campus recreation wellness center and work in the athletics facility, or you become a tour guide, for example. So there's tons of opportunities for you to work on campus so long as you demonstrate financial need. Another service I want to mention is located down the hallway here. We have SALS. So SALS is the Student Academic Learning Service. So it's more or less an academic support to help you with the obvious academic portion of college. So there they offer peer tutoring. So peer tutoring is available for students. You're able to take up to 2 different courses for a maximum of 12 hours per semester. And the tutoring is free. So you might as well take advantage of it if you find that you're struggling in some of your core courses. They also have general teachers available in there as well. So these general teachers are for more of the general subjects. So math, English, sciences, things like that. So if you need help writing a paper, maybe you need help with a citation or formatting, whatever it may be, or learning a chemistry concept, accounting principles, whatever it may be, SALS is the place to go if you find you're struggling academically. Located down the hallway over here, we have our International Students Office. So if you are an international student, we want to welcome you here to Ontario and Canada. But obviously there's going to be certain issues that you may come across or certain features of being an international student that a domestic student may not fully understand. So we have a dedicated International Students Office to answer any of the questions that you may have about visas, living on campus, all those sorts of different things. Also, a little bit down the hall, we also have our Career Development Office. So Career Development's main job is trying to make you as employable as possible. So the way they do that is by offering workshops on resumes, cover letters, job interviews, whatever it may be, to help you feel more secure in your employability. Another great thing that they administer through the Career Development Office is our Durham College Hired Portal. So the Hired Portal is a Durham College specific job site that connects employers with students. So right now we have about 300 different jobs advertised on there in a wide variety of different areas. And the best thing you can do, you can input your actual program in there. So if you're in Police Foundations, for example, you can put Police Foundations as your program, and it will show you all the different jobs that they're looking for, or that employers are looking for Police Foundations graduates and current students. So if you're looking for a full-time job, a part-time job, summer opportunities, placement opportunities, whatever it may be, the Hired Portal is a great place to start, and you have access to career development services. So that includes the workshops as well as the Hired Portal for life as a Durham College alumni. So obviously, we live in an interesting world, so it's always good to know what sort of employable resources you have available to you as a Durham College student and alumni. So this building here, this is our Center for Collaborative Education, or CFCE. It is one of our newest buildings on campus, just opened up in 2018. And the focus of this building is student success. So in this building, there are actually no dedicated faculty offices. There are just student services, as well as student space for students, obviously. So located in this building, we have our global classroom, we have our First Peoples Indigenous Center, Diversity, Inclusion, and Transition, our Fast Start office, as well as our Durham College Spa, located up on the second floor, that we'll all be touching on in this video here. With that out of the way, let's get moving. Alrighty, so to kick things off here, this is our global classroom. So the idea for this classroom here is that anywhere throughout the world, if you have the link to the classroom setting, you're able to view what's going on within this room here. So there are a couple different cameras all around the room here, as well as many different screens that you may be able to see. And so this can allow people from all across the world to participate in a global lecture. So we have opportunities for people all around the world to get the Durham College experience. And this has been a great initiative that's been going on for about 5 or so years now. And then can also just be used as a general classroom. So if you had chemistry, for example, they may have you in the global classroom and you'll be learning about chemistry here. All right, so we're located here in the First Peoples Indigenous Center. So the First Peoples Indigenous Center provides services for students who are Indigenous or self-identify as Indigenous. So the services located in here can include smudging ceremonies, as well as increasing awareness in the campus community, as well as in our general community of Indigenous issues. Durham College is proud to acknowledge that we are on the traditional lands of the Mississauga-Scugog First Island Nation, and we are thankful for their welcoming presence in our community. So located here, this is the 360 Insights Entrepreneurship Center, also known as the Fast Start office. So if you are interested in business, starting up your own business, or providing support to small businesses or entrepreneurship ventures, this is a great place to come. So in here, you'd find a like-minded group of creators and aspiring business people to help start up your own business and gain the support that you would need. So if you're interested in learning how to do a marketing pitch, making a business plan, or learning about general market practices, this is a great place to come and you have access to as a Durham College student. Another great thing that we do have running through our Fast Start office is generally every year, we will have representatives from the TV show Dragon's Den come in, and they're looking for students' pitches for various different businesses, inventions, whatever it may be. So if you have that keen business sense and that fire in you, I highly recommend taking advantage of this amazing space here. Alrighty, so this is the Durham College Spa, specifically our massage therapy clinic. So if you were interested in our 3-year massage therapy program, this would be the primary lab space that you would be working on both clients as well as your peers to learn all the different techniques to become a registered massage therapist. Just in the other room, we also have our esthetician and cosmetology labs for the esthetician spa management program as well. So this is a very interesting area if you are interested in either being an esthetician, for example, you want to get into the beauty and makeup industry, or if you want to come here and be within the massage therapy area, you would have great opportunities to hone your practical skills as well. So I want to welcome you and your family here to our Whitby campus. So Whitby is home to many of our different trades programs, as well as all of our different programs in the School of Hospitality and Horticulture Science. So if you're interested in culinary, horticulture, or in any of the different trades, this would be your home. We also have a few little different programs here and there, like animal care, for example, and some of our office administration programs, but primarily this is the trades school. So located over here, we have the Whitby campus bus loop. So we have a direct bus route that goes from the North Oshawa campus down here to the Whitby campus. So if you ever need to go up to the Oshawa campus or vice versa for any reason, you can always hop on that bus and you can get direct access to the campus. We also, you may be able to hear it here, is the 401. So if you're planning on commuting to campus via car, you have very quick access to the 401 right over here. So you just hop off, you come in here, and then we also have our parking lot located behind the camera right over there. So parking is available for students to purchase. So just factor that in when you're doing your budgeting and everything like that. Included in your fees is a Durham Region Transit Pass. So that bus pass can be used anywhere within the Durham region for free. So all you have to do is just hop on the bus, flash your student card, and you'll be able to ride the bus for free. So it's a great opportunity whether you're in Oshawa, Whitby, Ajax, Pickering, doesn't matter. You're able to just hop on the bus, flash your student card, and you're all set and ready to go. So located behind me here, this is the enrollment services area. So these are the folks who would help take your payments. So whether you're looking to pay your fees, your tuition, your deposit, whatever it may be, the folks back here, they'd be able to assist you with all of that. We also have our financial aid office a little bit down the way here. So financial aid is there if you had any questions or concerns about paying for school. So whether it's OSAP, scholarships, awards, bursaries, on-campus jobs, whatever it may be, you can talk to our folks in financial aid as well. And then they can get you all the supports that you need. If you were interested in working on campus, there are a variety of opportunities available to students. So you could, for example, work in enrollment services. You could assist the team here. You could also work in the cafeteria area, the student lounge area, or you could become a tour guide, for example. So there's tons of opportunities available for students to work on campus so long as they demonstrate financial need. Another interesting financial aid opportunity is our Weston Scholarship. So the Weston Scholarship allows students who are going into certain trades programs to receive significant funding towards their tuition, their books, their fees, whatever it may be. So if you were interested in that specialized trade scholarship, I'd highly recommend looking online, take a quick Google search and do Weston Scholarship, and you can learn about all the different criteria that's required to qualify for the Weston Scholarship. So this is the Whitby campus bookstore. So in here, you would find all your textbooks for your courses. One great thing here is that they price match with the Amazon Indigo chapters. So if you're able to find a cheaper price online, you can bring that price in here and they will price match for you. Also in here is all the Durham College attire you could ever want. So there's t-shirts, sweaters, sweatpants, stationery, pens, pencils, books, binders, as well as certain PPE. So we also have protective eyewear available for students if you want to purchase them when you're here, or you can always bring them from home as well. Alrighty, so this here is our cafeteria. So this is a great place to come, obviously, if you want to have your lunch or chill out with your friends. We do have a couple different food options available on campus here. So whether you want a poutine, you want some pizza, you want a pita, whatever it may be, or you want your morning coffee, we do have Tim Hortons available just around the corner as well. And so you have tons of different options available for you if you're looking to get a bite to eat on campus, or once again, just kind of chill out here in the cafeteria space as well. Alrighty, so this is our student lounge area. So this is a key spot where students come to kind of chill out, hang out with their friends. Maybe they may want to work on a group assignment together and they'll use the space here. A couple different services I do want to touch on. One is kind of just around the corner, and you may see their signs located behind me, is Durham College Students Inc., or DCSI for short. So they are your student government. They are the ones who plan events on campus, they run clubs and societies, they assist with orientation, and they also administer your health insurance plan. So you do have a health insurance plan that covers you for a variety of different services located through our campus health center or with our community partners as well, or anywhere else that may accept health insurance plans. You can opt out of the health insurance plan if you have pre-existing coverage. Maybe that can be through your parents or through your work, wherever you may have health insurance. That's an opportunity for you to save a couple bucks and opt out of our health insurance, but it is only if you have that pre-existing coverage. Alrighty, so in this room here, this is SALS, or the Student Academic Learning Service. It's more or less an academic support to help you with the obvious academic portion of your time here at college. So in here, you would find peer tutoring. So peer tutoring is run by students in an upper year of your program, and they're able to provide you that specific support for your courses that you'll be taking. There is no cost for tutoring, and you're able to take up to 2 subjects per semester for a maximum of 12 hours between the 2. We also have general teachers for more of the general subjects, so math, English, sciences, things like that. So if you needed help with writing a paper, for example, or trying to understand a math concept, whatever it may be, you can always meet with one of those teachers. You can either book an appointment with them one-on-one, or join one of their group's drop-in sessions, whatever your preference. They also have skill workshops available both online and in person that can help you with a variety of soft skills that are necessary for success here at college. So for example, you take listening and note-taking, time management, general organizational tips, skill workshops like that to help bolster some of those soft skills that are necessary to be a great student. So located in this room, this is our coaching and support center, and there are a variety of different student supports that are available to students, obviously, located within this room. Some are only available about once a week or so. Some of them come down from our Oshawa campus and provide their services here. So you just want to make sure that when you do need those supports, that you know when exactly they're going to be here for you to chat with. So for example, we have our Access and Support Center located in here, or ASC for short. So the ASC is there for students if they require any special accommodations while they are here at college. So if, for example, you need extra time on a test, a note taker in class, use of a laptop in class, whatever it may be, you're able to meet with an accessibility counselor, and then they're able to assess what are sort of credentials you may bring. So it could be an IEP, educational assessment, doctor's note, whatever it may be. So whether it's temporary or permanent, physical or intellectual, they're able to get you those supports that you need. Also located in here, we have a representative from our First Peoples Indigenous Center who provides services to students who are Indigenous or self-identify as Indigenous. Durham College is proud to acknowledge that we are on the traditional lands of the Mississaugas of Scugog Island, and we thank them for their support in allowing us to share this space with them. So they provide services in the form of general campus awareness, also with our community awareness, and also just general Indigenous supports for our Indigenous population. We also do have our peer coaching advisors here as well. So if you found that you were kind of struggling, maybe you got a little bit stressed out, whatever anxiety you may have, you can always meet with a peer coach or one of our coaching member staffs to get you that support that you may need to kind of help you get through some of the more stressful times of life. I know personally, exams, midterms, that can be kind of something that bears a little bit on you. So having that opportunity, kind of just chat with someone, kind of let it out into the open air, it can be greatly beneficial just for your own mental health. Okay, so this is the small Whitby campus library. It's a quaint little place for students to come primarily to get some quiet work done. As you can see, we have lots of study space available for students. So obviously, if you're going to the trades, you're not going to be doing a heck of a lot of research. So the books that you see in here are reflective of the programs that we have to offer here at our Whitby campus. Another thing to note is that 70% of all of our resources are available online through the library's website. So if there's something here that you can't access, there's a good chance that you may be able to access some similar materials through the library's website. So you just log in with your student number and password and get access to all those materials for any sort of research or research projects or assignments that you may have. Alrighty, so this is the Computer Commons. So this is more or less Durham's open computer lab. In here we have about 70 computers available for students to use. Any of the software that you would need for any of your classes will be loaded onto these computers for you. So if you need a CAD software, Photoshop, whatever it may be, they will be loaded onto these computers for you so that you can complete your assignments without having to worry about purchasing the software and putting it on your own laptop at home. It's first come, first served. There's no time limits. There's no booking computers. You just come in, take a seat, get to work. The only rules in here is no gaming and no food and drink. You also get print credits at the start of every year, so you get $23 worth of print credits. So that gives you about 1,000 or so black and white double-sided pages. So save the ink at home, use our printers here, and you're able to print off your PowerPoints, your assignments, homework, whatever it may be, and it's a great resource available to you as well. So this shop area, if you may have guessed, this is for our HVAC and gas burner programs. So in here we have a wide array of different heating, ventilation, air conditioning systems that are available for students to work on and practice all the different electrical and mechanical work that goes into these integrated machines. So HVAC is a very lucrative business for students to potentially get into. Obviously, if we're in Canada, we have a rotating thing every year where, in the winter and the spring, kind of get that heat going on. And then, obviously in the summer, you got to kind of cool things down with the air conditioning system. So it would allow you to sort of learn both aspects of it. And then also, every single year, things will change for you. So it's always kind of something new for you to learn. So if you do take the 1-year HVAC program, you would then have the option to transfer into the 1-year gas burner program to continue building up your credentials to aid you if you want to go work in industrial, commercial, obviously residential, so that you have tons of options available to you as a graduate from this program. Alrighty, so right now we're located in one of our shops. This is for carpentry and building construction techniques. So these two programs, they work harmoniously together, and they use this vast space for all of their different hands-on practical applications. So located just over here to my left, your right, you can see that they are building up pretty much like a house. So they will work on both the interior and the exterior to basically learn all the different techniques that would go into framing a house. And then in the surrounding areas here as well, you would learn more of the kind of fine arts or fine sort of craftsmanship that would go into woodworking. So students here, they've built mantles, they built fireplaces, all that sort of stuff located here in the carpentry shop area. So this big expansive shop here, this is for our automotive program. So as you can see, there is a wide array of different vehicles available for students to work on. Lots of different engines, transmissions. I believe we also have an electrical car that students would be able to work on as well. So there's tons of different opportunities for you to get involved in the automotive industry. So whether you want to become a mechanic, for example, or move on potentially become an automotive engineer, you would have all these different areas to hone your skills. So you would learn everything from obviously the mechanical parts of the car, but you'd also learn about the electrical systems that go into it, the computer systems, all that jazz. But there's tons of resources available for you here as a student to get involved. We also have a neat kind of extracurricular program available for our auto students where they are able to participate in a kit car building. So they're able to bring the kit in, and then you'll have students who volunteer their time along with our staff to sort of build up this kit car that eventually is sold to a lucky buyer. So it's definitely a great opportunity to learn about how to build a car from the ground up. And it's just a great experience to network and work with your colleagues as well as your faculty members. So located behind me here, this is one of our unique programs that we have to offer here at Durham College, and is the Elevating Devices program. So we are the only ones in Ontario that offer this type of program where students can become elevating apprentices and elevating mechanics through this program here. So we have 2 working elevators in the back as well as an escalator that students are able to work on as well. It is a highly competitive program, and what that means is that we have more qualified applicants than we do seats in the program. So the way we have to do it then is we start to average average our students' grades for when they're applying. So make sure that when you are applying that you're making sure that you have the best possible grades to get admission to the program. But beyond that, it is a very interesting and lucrative trade option for students to consider. Alrighty, so here this is our plumbing shop. So if you were interested in working within the plumbing industry, learning how to work with piping and all sorts of different water treatment areas, this would be a general area for you. A couple of things I want to touch on. So one is located just up and behind you here. So the shop is actually 2 floors, and the idea behind that is that you'll need to learn how to simulate, or rather put piping in through multiple floors. So we have more space located upstairs, but also areas directly where students can learn how to place piping through the different levels. Another interesting thing I want to point out is just this rock area here. So obviously, if students need to learn how to put piping underground, we can't go into the fields and dig holes every single time students have an assignment. So we have this rock pit here, so students are able to take one of these shovels, dig up the rocks like they would if it was, grass, dirt, whatever, and then simulate putting the piping in underground, as opposed to actually going into the real, world to do that. So this is just an example of how, if we can't do something kind of practically outside of our campus here, we can simulate it through various different means. So the next lab area I want to show you here is our crane simulation lab. So this is primarily used for the crane operation rating technique program. So as you can see, we have a wide variety of different sim models for our students to simulate, obviously using a crane. We also have a crane area located just a little bit north of Stellar Drive, but students are able to come into this area here and actually simulate using the crane. So they use highly sophisticated software, and you can see the computers and the setups they have in the chairs here for obviously simulating all the different effects of using a crane. Crane operation is a very lucrative business, and it's only a one-year program. So if you're looking to make some money and then also trying to get back into the field pretty quickly, crane operation is a great option for students. It is highly competitive, but also highly rewarding to students as well. Alrighty folks, so there's two key things I want to touch on right here. One is just behind me to my left. We have two of our learning living labs. So these are two homes that were brought onto our campus here, and they are both available for students to learn how to do things in a residential environment or in a more practical environment. So for example, if you were in HVAC, electrical, maybe even firefighting, for example, you would come and you would be able to work within these labs here to kind of test what you've learned in the classroom in an actual residential environment. So I think that's a pretty neat opportunity. They are both built differently. So one is built with more modern techniques, whereas the other one is built with a more retro style, so that you would get a taste of both an older style house as well as a newer style house as well. Another thing we'll also touch on right over here to my right is our Whitby Village residence. This is our newest building on the campus here. So this was just opened up in September of 2019. And it is available for students if you are you're taking a class or you're taking a program here at the Whitby campus to actually live on campus. Because in years past, you used to have to come from our North Oshawa campus down here. So super convenient for students who are wanting to live on campus during their time here at Whitby. Alrighty, so I want to welcome you here to our Center for Food. This is home to all of our different programs in the School of Hospitality and Horticulture Science. So you can see located behind me here, we have one of our large cooking labs that are available for our culinary students. So whether you're interested in hospitality, horticulture, our culinary programs, travel and tourism, whatever it may be, they are primarily based out of this building here. Located up on the second floor, we also have our Bistro 67 restaurant. So that is a restaurant where students can both work and, obviously have lunch, dinner, whatever you may prefer. And it is very fine dining. The philosophy of the Center for Food here is what is known as field to fork. And so what that means is that we will have students in our horticulture program. They will grow the food. They will bring it over then to our culinary students. The culinary students will then prepare the food. And then you will have our hospitality and special events management students who will then serve and plan events using the Bistro 67 restaurant as well as our space here. So it's a very collaborative effort between these different programs to learn about all that goes into the culinary and hospitality area. Alrighty folks, so this is one of the key culinary areas that are available for our culinary students. So this is considered our baking lab. So students would have the opportunity to take the theory that they learn in class and apply it here and actually start producing some of the food. So they can make pastries, they can make dishes, they can make whatever that they are assigned to do in this space. There are tons of state-of-the-art equipment available in here with amazing staff and students that you can collaborate with as well. So definitely a great opportunity and great learning space for students in our culinary programs. Alrighty, so this here is the Bistro 67 restaurant that I mentioned just a little bit earlier on. So once again, this is meant to simulate a fine dining experience, but not just simulate it, actually experience it. So any member of the public can come in and have dinner here. We host many different events, like our etiquette dinner that is hosted generally about once or twice a year that teaches students, staff, and alumni about some of the finer dining tips and tricks for when you're going to those business meetings and dinners. Also located within this building, we also do have our pantry. So the pantry is where excess food from our students and from the bistro is sent to be purchased by members of the public as well as students, staff, and alumni as well. Also located downstairs, we also do have our Center for Craft Brewing and Innovations. So the way it works is that if you're a local brewer and you want to sort of test out some of your brews, you're able to use the space available here on campus to kind of partner ourselves with the community and so that we can foster better relationships both with our students and our community as well. Alrighty, so located here, this is one of our greenhouses available for our horticulture, food, and farming students and for their program. So you can see a wide variety of different plants and vegetables being grown here within the greenhouse. So it's definitely a great opportunity for students who want to learn that practical aspect of how to cultivate different plants, herbs, spices, fruits, vegetables, etc. Another great opportunity that our horticulture students have is to work out in our fields during the summer. So students between their first and second year, they'd have an opportunity to apply to work in our growing fields during the summer where they would learn how to produce a plethora of different plants, vegetables, and fruits to be taken to the Bistro 67 restaurant and used for our harvest dinner. So tons of great opportunities available for our horticulture, food, and farming students.